Hi guys, I'm back and different view. This is take 3. For whatever reason, the internet here is not working out on my computer, so I've decided to go to the cell phone. So thanks for that. Anyhow, this is my Sunday video blog number 2. And the inspiration came from one of you who said that you would like more ideas on inspirational books. So I started my research on looking for about maybe 5 or 10 good inspirational books, and quickly realized that one in particular would be amazing, but at the same time, it's not about the different books you can read and everything, because a lot of them say the same thing. What to do, how to do it, and where to go. The biggest point of a self-help book or an inspirational book is what you do with it. So I was kind of doing my research this morning and came across On Purpose with Jay Shetty. And I love Jay Shetty. I mean, a lot of his inspirational quotes and things like that on my page come from Jay Shetty. So he was interviewing a writer, rapper, artist, former school teacher named Humble the Poet. And Humble the Poet just came out with a new book called Unlearn: 101 Simple Truths for a Better Life. And as he's talking about his book and talking about inspiration, the very first thing that he had said with Jay was that everyone is capturing pictures with inspirational quotes, or finding these inspirational quotes and turning them into cute little memes and putting them out on social media. And we're all quick to do it. I mean, I've been doing it too. I've been throwing stuff out there. But if you don't think it through, these inspirational quotes you're coming across, and actually doing some research and homework, either on yourself or on what it is that you're coming across, you can think you're deep without actually being deep. And that was huge. For the simple fact is that we can, share these inspirational quotes, and I'm actually going to share one with you today. We can do that until, we turn blue. But what are we getting from it if we're not doing more than just reading these quotes, thinking, oh, wow, that's cool, and moving forward? Humble the Poet went on to say, don't be faux woke. So the term woke is being used a lot these days by the millennials. And I don't clump myself in there because I feel like I am older than the hills and I don't really speak millennial speech. But he said that don't be faux woke. And faux woke is when you're reading an inspirational quote and it feels good for that short period of time, but you don't take a deep dive to see if this is sustainable for you, and if this idea goes beyond making you feel better for the next 5 minutes, which is absolutely true. I mean, I've put out so many different inspirational things, and while they sound great and they're amazing, if you or I are not actually thinking about what is being said and actively working on what that message is supposed to mean, then was it really inspiring? Did it really help us do what the self-help and inspirational books and mantra out there says that it's supposed to be there for? So it really got me thinking this morning, and I stopped. I was like, nope, I don't want to push too much onto my followers. I think this book was probably full of a lot of really awesome stuff. I've just put it in my Amazon wish list, and I'll be getting it and I'll be reading it because I know I can learn a lot from Humble the Poet, and I'm sure you all could too. And I just wanted to read what it says on Google about his book to kind of give you an idea of what you'll expect to read in Unlearn 100 Simple Truths for a Better Life. So it says, forget what you think you know. Influencer, rapper, and spoken word artist Humble the Poet is here to revolutionize your life and help you reach your full potential. Full of insights, wisdom, and clarity, Unlearn is a brutally honest, empowering book that defies conventional thinking. You will shed the sabotaging habits, fixed mindsets, and past regrets that characterize modern life and instead tap into your best, most authentic self. Structured as 101 short and accessible life lessons covering everything from money is a funny thing to love is a gift, not a loan. This is the ideal book to turn to whenever you need a flash of inspiration. Profound in its simplicity, Unlearn is the perfect invitation to a new beginning and to pursue a life of fulfillment. So I'm excited to get my book and read it, and I hope that you all will put that one in your Amazon wish list as well. I've got plenty of books that I could have been quoting from and talking about. This one here, 8 Days by Dr. John Gottman, which I will do a segment on him later on in the future because I absolutely love him when it comes to relationships and dating and fair fighting with your spouse or even with your family members, friends, loved ones. He's also got this book here, The 7 Principles to Making Marriage Work. Love him. But then I've got some others that have just come across the way in passing. This one here, this one was what I picked up when I was thinking I was going to go into full-fledged psychology and was going to be a counselor. I've got a few books like that, but I tend to pick them up ever so often when I'm looking for inspiration, when I'm looking for something that'll help me define what it is that I'm looking for. But truly, what Humble the Poet and Jay Shetty were talking about during that video, which I've posted on my page. So if you can, please go back and watch that video. I know it's kind of long. It's a little over an hour, but you won't even notice it. I mean, aside from all the Facebook commercials, I hate those. But it really is awesome. I mean, he talks and he really is a wordsmith. He really knows how to enlighten you and just wow you. He was making amazing comparisons. He talked about comparing self-pity to fast food and was talking about the difference between there's self-pity and then there's like self-care. And knowing the difference, you can be in a place where you know you need to work on yourself and get past a situation and do whatever it takes to get there. But then once you get there, don't allow yourself to go into self-pity. Don't take on this mantra of, I have to continue to be woe is me so I can get attention, so I can get support, so I can get people to understand that I am all alone and it's just me and this problem. You're not alone. You're not the only one who has ever gone through this, and you won't be the last person to go through it, nor will you just stay in it forever. Well, you could stay in it forever if you don't choose to go out there and actually make things happen to change your outcome. But self-pity can become this rabbit hole that we don't want to end up in. And so while I was at Hallmark earlier this week, I picked up a few little tidbits that I thought were cute. So I found this little journal. It's called the Self-Care Journal. And in it has a lot of prompts to help guide you in the self-help process. Because if you haven't been told yet or didn't already know, writing in a journal can be very beneficial. But I think it's helpful to have prompts, especially if you're writing in a journal for self-care. Because anybody can go, oh, dear diary, and blah, 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 and start writing about the day. But a self-care journal is more about not what happened in the day and more about what happened within your feelings and emotions during the day and how you dealt with those feelings and emotions and what you did with them or what you would like to do with them. So this journal has got a lot of cute little prompts and things that can help you think more about self-care and less about Dear Diary. So how can I be kinder to myself? There's a spot there where you can talk about how you could be kinder to yourself. There's another one. What made me feel good about my actions today? So, you can kind of get the idea from just those things. There's lots of prompts. This journal is pretty thick. I bought it because I thought it would be a really cool tool to use during my one-on-one sessions with clients who seek me out and decide to work with me one-on-one. And so I purchased that for that reason. I also picked up a notebook. It's kind of like the ones that you put on your refrigerator to make notes for groceries and whatnot. But this one's really thick. It's absolutely huge. And it says a great thought a day. And it says 365 quotes to inspire you all year round. Well, I just got giddy with this one because while I'm not going to be doing these podcasts every day, I'm going to be doing them at least every week. So I wanted to share the quotes that are at the bottom of these, which I'll just give you a little peek. And then there's the quote. Oh, I can't read it. Haha. And I would share each one of these with you folks every Sunday because I love to inspire people. And it just felt so fitting to come across this podcast with Jay Shetty and Humble the Poet and tied in beautifully with what I was talking about today. So I hope that starting today, with every quote that I leave with you folks, it will be something that you don't just feel all warm and fuzzy with for the next 5 minutes after hearing it, but you actually dive deeper with it. Go and channel some of your own self-reflection based on what you get from these quotes that I have. So remember, everybody, the page is there. My email is there. Phone number's there. Give me a call anytime. Leave me a voicemail. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. As most of you know, I still have a day job. Still got to put some bacon on the table. So I work my side gig here in as I can. But I'm happy to be there for all of you who are looking for help, support, guidance in creating some goals for the future with what you've got going on right now. And please share. Go on to my page, go to the community button, click it, and then share it with all of your friends. It doesn't matter if they live here in Oregon, Washington, or if they're all the way in Florida. Share. The only way that I'm going to be able to get out there is with friends like you, followers like you, who are willing to put me and my name out there to help me get clients. So help me build my business. I really, truly appreciate any support you all have for me. So with that, also, please send me ideas. What is it that you guys are interested in? What do you want to learn more about? What things can I bring to you? So the last idea was the inspirational books. If I didn't do a good job on that, I'm sorry, but I was really blown away by what Humble the Poet had to say. So I hope that you will be too, especially after watching his video. So send those ideas. Let me know. Otherwise, I think next week I might tackle relationships. But yeah, things change, and I can get inspired at any moment and kind of make it up as I go. But as far as content, but I kind of like it that way because it feels more natural, and that's what I want to be, is very me and very natural when I'm talking to you guys about this stuff, because it's not about being by the book. It's being genuine, and I'm giving you my genuine self today. So, inspirational quote to leave with you. You are never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. And that was by C.S. Lewis. Thanks, guys. Have a good Sunday.